Good afternoon, Trailblazer fans. Welcome once again inside the MCLA TV studio on the eve of the men's soccer 2017 season. I'm your host, Assistant Athletic Director Jeff Polari. A quick look ahead and a look back at the MCLA soccer program. Last year, the Trailblazers finished with a record of 8-8-1, which included a 3-3-1 mark in conference play. MCLA was ousted in the first round of the MASCAC tournament, ending the career of the 2016 MASCAC Player of the Year, Anthony Basile, who also was part of a graduating class of 10 seniors last season at Shoecraft Field. As we head into 2017, MCLA will have a new look, a lot of new faces, and one constant remains MCLA head coach Adam Hildabrand, who returns for his 11th season. Earlier this past week, we got a chance to catch up with two of the Trailblazer captains at practice, in Oscar Castro and Khalil Kareh. Let's cut to them now to get their thoughts on how preseason is going.
This is going good. There's a lot of energy. The team's working really hard, we're getting everything together for, the season before it gets started. And, a lot of the guys and a bunch of the new guys are working really hard, for what we really need to work on this year as a team together and, work as a unit. That's going to be really important. It's been an honor for me to get named MCLA captain, especially, I'm working really hard toward this. And, out of me, I'm just hard work and leadership out there on the field. And definitely, since a lot of the seniors that we lost, it's really important for me to step up this year, and a bunch of the other guys, not just me. We got to work hard as a unit. It's not just about the captain, it's about the whole team, and that's what we're working towards, the goal, win the MASCAC championship. Definitely, one of the things that we're definitely going to have to do is just work as a team, work as a unit. A lot of hard work has to be put up by everybody on the field, every position, whether it's defense, midfield, forwards. We all got to work as a unit. That's definitely what's going to be the key for, number one, being out there, compete at the toughest level, the highest level, and, to complete our goal, which is to win the MASCAC, So definitely going to have to work really hard.
I think it's going pretty well so far. We have a lot of new players coming in, so it's like a little adapting we have to do. But I think overall, the first couple of days, I'm pretty happy with it. And I think throughout the season, we'll just keep getting better. It's a goal that I'm happy about, but overall, it doesn't matter anything if we don't win anything. So I think every day we have to come in with the positive attitude and the will to win. We got preseason poll was 7th out of 8th, so it's not. Hopefully the guys are pretty fired up about that, and we could prove everybody wrong. I think be mentally in it 90 minutes, and just to work good as a unit and stay compact. We had individual talent last year, and I think we didn't use it to our best. So now this year we have to find good 11 guys that could play together the whole 90 minutes.
Thank you, Oscar and Khalil, and we wish you the best of luck as you head into the season opener this Friday at Shoecraft Field against Becker College. At this time, I'd like to welcome in 11th year head coach Adam Hildabrand with us. Coach, thanks for joining us today.
Happy to be here, Jeff.
How's preseason going? We just heard from two of your senior captains. Let's get the coach's take. How's preseason going to date?
Preseason has been pretty smooth. We've been doing some new things tactically, working on some fitness, and there's a lack of injuries, which I really like, and the boys are working hard, and the energy is good.
And we mentioned it in our open today. 10 seniors gone to graduation, a lot of new faces, new places. Two-part question. Number one, how do you rebound from something like that? How do you regroup? And number two, who are some of the players that we would expect to step forward in this year?
So, we're looking at as not necessarily rebound. We did bring in a really good recruiting class the previous year. So last year's freshmen, we're looking for them to step up this year. That Ryan Wanix, Matt Duffy, Andrew Nygaard. The list goes on and on. It was a pretty good class. They were kind of on the periphery this last year, and this year they're going to step up and be key returners for us. On the flip side of that, we have some great new players too, like Colin Russo from Hoosick Valley High School. He's going to be expected to play right away and contribute right away. And I think the key is getting these players that are new or on the periphery to play at a high level, just like the seniors that graduated.
And one of the things, if you just looked at basic numbers, last year we graduated a lot of goals scored.
Sure.
Where can we try to expect some production this year, just putting the ball in the back of the net?
I think the key guys up top will be Romeo Gray, Issa Jallo, new player Garrett DeRoja, Oscar Castro. Those will be our main four, and they're dynamic in a different way from last year's seniors.
And we're 4 days out from the season opener, Friday night, Shoecraft Field against Becker. What are your thoughts and expectations going in? What are you looking for?
I'm looking for us to play on the front foot, to take it to Becker, and be positive and be organized.
Yeah, and it's always a great way to start the season off at home. And one of the staples of your scheduling is always the Chow Classic, which is September 8th and 9th this year. A little different schedule going with a Friday night, Saturday, with the addition of lights last year at Shoecraft Field. Talk a little bit about what you expect from the Chow Classic, and maybe just forecast some of the teams that you got coming in this year.
Yeah, absolutely. My expectation is we brought in some quality teams: Western Connecticut, Lehman College, and Union College. And the expectation is going to be a high level of soccer for the public. They can come and watch some great college soccer. And from a personal level, for MCLA, we're looking to take it to some good competition and test ourselves against some of the top teams in our region.
And a lot of night games this year, too, on the schedule. Again, the addition of lights have allowed us to do that, including a lot of Friday night MASCAC soccer games. What are you expecting in a Friday night atmosphere as we get into conference play?
I'm hoping to get some of the students off campus up to the field to enjoy themselves, to enjoy soccer, even if they're not soccer fans, to come out for a great atmosphere. We're very thankful for the facilities that we have, and we want the whole student population to enjoy it.
Yeah. And what does this team need to do to be successful in conference? Again, the MASCAC preseason poll, not a whole lot of respect coming our way.
Sure.
Probably somewhat expected with the loss of so many players. But what do we need to do to remain competitive and be one of the top teams in the conference?
We need to figure out a way to generate goals, but to do it in a different style than we have in the past. Because in the past, we had some fantastic players that graduate, as you alluded to. So we need to generate goals, but do it that sort of utilizes the skills of the players that we currently have. And we're working hard at that. The guys are buying in, and that's number one. If they could buy into this new system, this new style, I think we could produce some goals.
Yeah. And while we're talking a lot about all the offense that was lost, you do return quite a host of defenders.
Yes.
Ryan Wanek, one of them you already mentioned. Cameron Anderson saw a lot of time in net last year. Talk a little bit about the defense, what you expect to see out of them this year.
Yeah, I was a bit worried early on. Sagan Sadowski graduated, and I'm like, how do I replace Sagan? But we had a great freshman step up in Colin Russo, who I alluded to before. Augustine Nadai-Keza from the Worcester region will be in the back line also. He's a returner, and he's come back with a different mindset. And he's playing at a different level, and he was always competitive, but now he's competitive and he has a plan. So Colin, Augustine, Joe Tavella, who is a senior and a captain, and Ryan Wanek, and then Matt Duffy, and Cody Faulkner, and Dominic Maiello. So there's some competition back there. We're not solidified yet. And I don't want anybody to feel settled. I want them all to compete and do it in a positive way. And if we can get our best 4 or 5 out there, I think we could do pretty well.
Awesome. Well, Coach, listen, ahead of Friday, I wish you the best of luck this season.
Thank you.
Get those Trailblazers going as we head towards conference play. Trailblazer fans, for everything MCLA athletics and including the men's soccer program, log on to our social media sites, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at MCLA Athletics. I'm your host, Jeff Polari. Thanks for watching and have a great afternoon.